What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and in this video I'm going to tell a strange tale. For anyone interested in myths and legends or conspiracy theories, then this may be for you. It was the morning time, perhaps on a school day or perhaps the weekend. It seems like a mirage at this point. Certain pieces to this story are broken apart, and any effort mustered to remember is usually of no use. Nobody was home. I stood in my parents' room, the room next to mine. I walked towards the window which overlooked our back garden. The garden was somewhat long, perhaps even 15 meters or so, and was walled off at the bottom by the shed as it backed onto the fields of a farm. Due to this, it was usually not a rare thing to see wild animals or birds of different kinds, or even the odd owl if I was lucky. However, today was different, strange even. I looked out of the window of the bedroom that overlooked the garden. As I looked down the garden, I could see the air was cold and masked by a dense layer of fog and mist. It was like the scene of a thriller or horror movie. My gaze was fixed on the old shed at the bottom of the garden, a make-up of wooden planks with chipped paint, clearly man-made and old to some degree. To the left of the shed was a small area of grass, a place that was once the home to our pet rabbits, but not anymore. Perhaps I will explain this later. As I was scanning the garden, my eye caught sight of something black. I tried to look at it closer, although it was at the bottom of the garden. It was definitely not a cat. It was too big to be a cat. I also thought it was absurd that any dog could have come into our garden. If so, how? Maybe it was an escape dog, I thought, but it didn't look like any breed or dog I had seen as a child. I was perhaps maybe 7 or 8 years old at best at this point. The strange figure to me looked like a wolf, a black wolf. I distinctively can say with all my heart and honesty, I believe the animal to be a wolf. But there was one strange anomaly in my analysis. I lived in the United Kingdom, a place where wolves are certainly no longer native to after the hundreds of years of hunting of wild game prior to this. I can remember what happened shortly after this. It all seems like a distant memory after this segment of the story, or a mirage, perhaps even a hallucination. I had experienced a hallucination only once in my life, when I was extremely ill and had a fever. But this was too real to be such a thing, I'm sure of it. I remember perhaps knocking on the window to gain the animal's attention, or perhaps I just held my gaze. One thing is for sure, and certain, is that the so-called wolf turned its head and locked its eyes on me, only for a few seconds. As I looked away for a second and looked back, the wolf had vanished. To this day, I still am in deep confusion. I sometimes tell this story to people who are lucky enough for me to share such a thing. My only other theory is that the animal was a rare black fox. Some say it is not a unique animal in its own right, but a red fox that is going through a phase of change of colour in its fur. Others say that it is a unique breed, so rare after being hunted for its fur. The theory of mine is perhaps the only sane theory I can muster when I think of this story once more, as foxes had previously killed our pet rabbits. Regardless of this is a story that will stay with me for a long time, that I will continue to question. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and leave a comment below if you want me to tell more stories about creepy or strange experiences I've had. Make sure to subscribe for daily gaming content as well as stories, top 10s and more. Thanks for watching.